Easter, one holiday that unites billions of people around the world. But it's celebrated differently everywhere. Today, we embark on a journey through 3 countries to see how the same holiday transforms into completely different traditions: Armenia, Russia, and America. 3 cultures, 3 histories, one faith. Let's begin our journey where Christianity first became a state religion in an ancient land at the foot of a biblical mountain. Armenia, a land of stones and faith. Here, in the year 301 AD, Christianity became an official state religion for the first time in human history, 12 years before the Roman Empire embraced this faith. King Tiridates III raised a cross toward the sky, and this small mountain nation forever changed the course of world history. More than 17 centuries have passed since then, but Armenians remember. They always remember. Mount Ararat rises on the horizon like an eternal guardian. According to the Bible, this is where Noah's Ark came to rest after the Great Flood. For Armenians, this mountain is not just a symbol, it's part of their soul, even though today it lies beyond their borders. The Khor Virap monastery has stood at the foot of Ararat for many centuries. From here, you can see a view that stops your heart. Ancient stones remember the prayers of countless generations. Echmiadzin, the spiritual center of Armenian Christianity, the oldest state-built cathedral in the world. When you step beneath these vaults, time stands still. Heavy stone walls hold 17 centuries of prayers, tears, hopes, and gratitude. A week before Easter comes Tsaghkazard, Armenian Palm Sunday. On this day, children throughout the country gather willow branches, not pussy willows like in Russia, but willow with soft green leaves. Early in the morning, they go to the river or to trees by the road. Small hands carefully cut the most beautiful branches. Grandmothers help decorate them with colorful ribbons, red, orange, white, the colors of the Armenian flag. Then the children go to church. The procession stretches through narrow village streets. They carry their decorated branches like small banners of faith. Villagers come to their doorsteps to watch. They smile, they wave. At the church doors, a priest welcomes them. The children enter, and ancient walls fill with young voices. This is how it was centuries ago. This is how it will be centuries after us. And now, the eggs. In Armenian tradition, Easter eggs can only be one color: red, deep, saturated, blood red. No variations, no exceptions. This color is not merely decoration, it's a symbol of Christ's blood shed on the cross for humanity's salvation. Every red egg is a reminder of sacrifice and redemption. Grandmothers prepare the dye using an ancient recipe. Onion skins collected over many weeks are boiled in a large pot. The water gradually turns deep burgundy, almost black. White eggs are lowered into this brew and slowly absorb the color. When the eggs are removed from the dye, they're still matte. Then grandmother's hands rub them with vegetable oil, and the eggs begin to shine like precious gems. Deep red color plays in the light. Dozens of such eggs are arranged on a white plate. No patterns, no paint. From the ancient Armenian mountains, we travel north, across the Caucasus Range, across endless steppes, into a land of birch forests and golden domes, Russia. Here, Easter is not just a holiday, it's the main event of the church year, overshadowing even Christmas. Weeks of preparation, strict fasting, and then, an explosion of joy that cannot be contained. But first, Clean Thursday, the Thursday before Easter, when every Russian home transforms into a battlefield, a battle against dust, dirt, and disorder. The deep cleaning begins at dawn. Grandmother wakes first, crosses herself before the icon, and gets to work. The whole family rises after her. Today, everyone works, no exceptions. Carpets are carried outside and beaten until no more dust flies from them. Father swings the beater as if the fate of the world depends on it. Children watch and laugh as clouds of dust rise into the morning air. Windows are washed until they gleam like crystal, the old-fashioned way, with newspaper and vinegar. Mother wipes the glass until you can see every twig on the tree outside. Grandmother handles the most important task, the icons. She carefully wipes each holy image with a clean white cloth. The faces of saints emerge brighter, as if thanking her for the care. The oil lamp before the icons burns with a steady flame. By evening, the house shines. Fresh tablecloths on tables, clean linens on beds, washed floors smell of pine soap. The family sits down for tea, tired but satisfied. The house is ready to welcome Easter. The next day, another kind of work begins, painting eggs. In Russia, this has been elevated to true art. Unlike Armenian eggs, Russian Easter eggs are a riot of colors and patterns. Each egg is a small masterpiece created by patient hands. There's an ancient technique called pisanka. Hot wax is applied in patterns to a white egg. The wax hardens, protecting the shell from the dye. The egg is dipped in one color, then another, layer by layer, color by color. And when the wax is melted away over a candle, magic appears. White lines of the pattern glow against the colored background. Master craftswomen create true works of art. The finest brushes trace golden ornaments, tiny flowers, orthodox crosses. Some skilled artists paint miniature icons on eggs, the faces of the Virgin Mary and Christ. This requires incredible patience and a steady hand. The most exquisite eggs resemble the creations of Fabergé, those legendary imperial eggs now kept in museums and worth millions. Of course, homemade eggs are simpler, but they contain the same love and craftsmanship. And nearby, at the same table, children paint their eggs. Their work is simpler, crooked stripes, bright splotches, funny faces, but these eggs will take their honored place beside grandmother's masterpieces, because Easter is a celebration for everyone. Finished eggs are placed in a basket lined with white lace. Colorful, shiny, they await their moment. But the centerpiece of the Russian Easter table is the kulich. Tall, round, resembling a church dome. Its preparation is a sacred ritual. The dough is mixed from the finest flour, fresh eggs, rich butter. Vanilla, cardamom, lemon zest. Every housewife keeps her secret recipe. Raisins and candied fruits are added, sweet surprises waiting in every bite. Kuliches are baked in special tall forms. As they rise in the oven, they're watched like infants. Don't slam the door, no drafts, God forbid. If the kulich falls, a bad omen. The finished kulich is covered with white sugar glaze. It drips down the sides slowly, ceremoniously. On top, colorful sprinkles or the letters XB made from candied fruit. Christos voskrese, Christ is risen. Next to the kulich, paska. This is a sweet cottage cheese dish shaped like a pyramid, symbolizing Golgotha. The letters XB and crosses are pressed into its sides.
Across the ocean, on the other side of the planet, Easter looks completely different. Welcome to America, where an ancient religious holiday has transformed into something entirely unique. Here, Easter is celebrated on a scale no other country knows, but it's a different kind of celebration, more secular, more commercial, more American. American stores begin preparing for Easter months ahead. Entire sections fill with Easter merchandise, chocolate bunnies of all sizes, from tiny to gigantic, plastic eggs in every color of the rainbow, stuffed animals, baskets, artificial grass, bunny costumes, candy, 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 jelly beans, marshmallow chicks, chocolate eggs with filling, lollipops, caramel, sugar in every possible form. Shopping carts fill to overflowing. Easter in America is a celebration of consumption, and Americans aren't shy about it. But the main star of American Easter is, of course, the Easter Bunny. This character is like Santa Claus, but for spring. According to legend, the Easter Bunny comes the night before the holiday. He brings baskets of gifts for good children and hides colorful eggs throughout the yard. Where did this tradition come from? From Germany, where the rabbit symbolized fertility and spring. German immigrants brought this custom to America, and it took hold. The night before Easter, American parents put children to bed early. Then the secret work begins. Mom takes out pre-purchased baskets. Green plastic grass goes in the bottom. Chocolate bunnies, bags of candy, small toys, books, everything is carefully arranged in the basket. On top, a large chocolate egg. Baskets are wrapped in cellophane with ribbons. Meanwhile, Dad goes out into the night garden with a bag of plastic eggs. Inside each one, a surprise: coins, jelly beans, small cars. He hides eggs in the grass, under bushes, in flower pots, behind the garden gnome. One special golden egg, the grand prize, gets hidden in the cleverest spot. Morning. The sun has barely risen, and the children are already awake. They leap from their beds and race downstairs. At the door, baskets. The Easter Bunny was here. Children grab their gifts, rummage through the contents, bite the ears off chocolate rabbits. Delight, squealing, chaos. But that's not all. The main event lies ahead. Easter egg hunt, the favorite entertainment of American children. The rules are simple. Parents hid eggs in the yard. Children must find them. Who finds the most wins. Who finds the golden egg becomes a superhero. Children line up at the start, clutching empty baskets, impatience written on their faces. Mom holds a stopwatch. 3, 2, 1, go! Children scatter across the yard like little rockets. Eyes scan every bush, every corner. There's a pink egg in the grass, a blue one under the bench, a green one in the bird bath. Shouts of joy ring out everywhere. Baskets quickly fill with colorful eggs. Someone peeks into a neighbor's basket with envy. Someone finds 3 eggs at once in one spot and celebrates. And the golden egg? It's still hiding. Children search harder. And then one girl notices a gleam in the tree branches. She climbs up, reaches, got it. The golden egg in her hands. She raises it above her head like an Olympic torch. Inside the golden egg, a special prize. Maybe money, maybe movie tickets, maybe a promise of ice cream every day for a week. The important thing is victory. After the hunt, children sit on the grass and crack open their trophies. Plastic eggs split open, revealing treasures inside. Candies are sorted and traded. Chocolate melts in the sun and smears on cheeks. Parents shake their heads but smile. And in Washington at this time, something special is happening. A tradition nearly a century and a half old. The White House Easter egg roll. Since 1878, every Easter, the south lawn of the presidential residence opens to the public. Thousands of families receive coveted tickets. Children from across the country come to participate in this event. Game rules: roll a hard-boiled egg across the grass using a long wooden spoon. First to the finish line wins. Sounds simple. In practice, chaos and fun. Egg. 3 countries, 3 cultures, 3 ways of celebrating the same day. In Armenia, Easter is a connection to ancient faith, to the blood of ancestors, to stones that remember the first Christians. Red eggs as symbols of sacrifice, egg tapping as family ritual, simplicity and depth. In Russia, Easter is the triumph of light over darkness, literally. The midnight service when fire passes from candle to candle, bells that ring until the air vibrates, Kulich and cottage cheese Pascha, painted eggs as works of art, the triple kiss and words repeated for 1,000 years. In America, Easter is a celebration of spring, childhood, and abundance. The Easter bunny and egg hunts, baskets of candy and chocolate rabbits, parades of crazy hats and egg rolling on the White House lawn, joy without looking over your shoulder. Different? Absolutely. But look deeper. Everywhere, families gathered together. Everywhere, children with bright eyes. Everywhere, food prepared with love. Everywhere, traditions passed from generation to generation. Everywhere, hope for renewal, for spring, for new life. Perhaps this is Easter's true message. It doesn't matter how you celebrate. What matters is that you celebrate. What matters is who you're with. What matters is that you remember sacrifice, love, resurrection. A red egg in an Armenian child's hands, a candle in a Russian grandmother's hands, a chocolate bunny in an American girl's hands. Different symbols, the same feeling. Christ is risen. Christos voskrese. Christos hariav. Happy Easter to all who celebrate this day, wherever you are and however you do it.